Hello and welcome to VChess. My name is Naiditsch. I am a chess grandmaster. We continue with our educational streams. Let's go the next 10-minute rapid game. I will be commenting on opening ideas, middle game ideas, end games. You have it all on our channel. Join us. Let's go. Let's see who will be our first opponent. Our first opponent is with a nickname I am here to play. That makes a lot of sense. We have knight on f3, knight on c6. So let's go with the move c4. First today to say hello is Bean. Good evening, Bean. Hadi is second. Hadi, you're second by at least in my chat. And third is Darkrat. Darkrat, welcome everyone to VChess. On Friday evening, how is life on Friday evening for me now in the UAE? Wherever you are, it might be morning for you. Still, the day is going. It is Friday. What are your plans on Friday? We have now this kind of very weird opening by our opponent. Let's go just with something solid, just not to give him any kind of direct counter chances, direct play. Bean is saying I'm 500 right now. Bean, congrats, congrats. Welcome everyone. I see Samart also here with us. Then we have Brock Wiper. Good evening to everyone. Let's play a couple of funny games here. Let's enjoy the beautiful game of chess. And of course, let's maybe learn a couple of new tricks. So, what do we have now? We have this kind of solid position, h6. Quite unclear why to do that, but bishop d7, also this very strange play by our opponent. I'm not very sure what is the idea of all of this, so maybe it's time to play more active. Knight on e5. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Welcome everyone. Push the like button so we will get the algorithm going here on VChess. We have the knight on e5 now, very, very beautiful knight here. In case the knight will be taken, a6. Wow. Alright, let's push. Let's push because our opponent is playing this h6, a6. The bishops are like that. I think white is doing clearly better in this position. Knight goes to b4, so we will not give him the bishop here. Let's see what happens next. We have the beautiful knight on e5. This knight should give us at least some advantage. I don't know how big is the advantage, but it is at least some advantage. a3 just to push away the knight there. And maybe we can play even the move c5 just to close everything. It looks like a great position here for white. We have way more space, so white is doing better. The question would be how much better, but it's already a pleasant question to be asked. Let's maybe get out with our bishop. He's going to play the move f6 most probably, so let's go bishop on d2 just in case. Develop a bishop is never a bad idea. So let's see. Let's see. So, let me see one thing. How can I do that? Not sure. Not sure how. So, we have at the board the move f6. This is making sense, of course. He likes to take on e5. So, should we give him this? I don't think so. Let's just take on f6. This is looking pretty safe. Yes, Hadi is saying absolutely correct. Once per stream, we are playing against one of our active members here on the channel. So this is usually what we are doing every stream. Let's play now bishop on d3. The bishop is taking a beautiful position because we have so much more space. The position of white should be better. The question will be only how much better is it? But again, this is a difficult question to be answered. To be slightly better is alright. So we are at least slightly better, maybe more than slightly. I would like to play the move h4 next, attacking the bishop on g5. So there is this bishop f6 idea, but I think that is not very dangerous. So let's go with the move h4. Quite normal. By our pawn structure, we are doing slightly better with the white pieces. It is not much, of course, but it is slightly better. Maybe I should have done something else prior, but that's still fine. Our opponent is taking his time to think about the next move. This is just strange. So let's go maybe with the move queen on e2, because I was not sure to put the queen on g2 or to put the queen on e2. Both is possible. The queen might go now to g6 somewhere. Actually, I could have taken on h7. I'm missing the things. I should have taken, of course, on h7, give the check on d3, it would be immediately game over. Why I am not doing that? Because I've been reading here the chat. No focus. Chess is a game of focus. You have to focus every time you play a chess game. If you are not focused, you just cannot play a game of chess. So we should stay much more focused during the next couple of moves. To miss things like that, this is not good, so let's stay more focused on the game. So, welcome. I Play Chess also here with us. Welcome, I Play Chess Live. I see also Creative also here with us. Excellent. Bishop goes back. We're gonna bring the rook into the game. g5, very risky play by our opponent, because is it time to push g5? I don't think so. This is looking like so dangerous to play this move g5. I think we can go h5, or we can try the queen on h5 idea, looking also not so bad actually. I don't know, should we go with the queen h5? Maybe. Let's go here. Let's go with the move queen h5. Now, in theory, we would like to take maybe on h6 next, and it's gonna be not easy for black to defend now. The structure, of course, it is still pretty unclear position here. I think white should be doing slightly better, but it is just slightly better. It is not more than that, so it's a fight. It is still a fight. Queen on g7 feels like the best. That's a nice play by our opponent. He would like to take, so now we can take first, or we can go with this queen on g6. I don't know what I should do here. Both is again possible. So we can go also king on h1 just to be safe. Maybe king h1 or king h2. Hard to say. Where is the king better positioned here? Maybe we will be going to... I don't know where to go with my king. Maybe h1. Let's go here. Let's go king h1. Just I'm not sure where is the big difference. So let's put the king here. Next we might be thinking, okay, here I have to go queen on g4, attacking the pawn, so I don't have a choice. And next we will be thinking what to do. So we have knight is a little bit out of the game. It would be good to bring the knight somehow, or maybe we can try something more active, but I'm not sure if moves like e4 working or not working. He plays bishop d7. He plays an excellent game, by the way. Very good play by our opponent. Is there a threat of playing this move e5 next? We have the move bishop f5. I don't know if this is a threat, so let's go maybe... or maybe it is a threat. Maybe not, so let's go here. To keep the h4 pawn alive for the moment. Of course, we should not miss some tactics here. This would be terrible in case we miss something. We missed already once in the current game. Endgame should be slightly better for white, so once again we try to be better somewhere because we have more space. This would give to white, in most of the cases, some slight advantage. This is not a big advantage. He is pushing the move e5, and he let us play the move bishop f5, which is looking normal. Then we take on d5. Seems to be a dangerous position, I think, for black, but it is a very fighting position, obviously. But I think it is a better position, so let's go with the move bishop on f5, or is there some trick? No, I don't see a trick, so let's go with the move bishop f5. Feels like the right approach here. Now we're gonna take with the queen, I think. We would like to give a check eventually on e6. Also, d5 is now under attack, so still, everything else, c6. Excellent play by our opponent once again. How he can play so well. He is playing fantastic game, except this blunder that he did. The rest, he's playing extremely good game. How to get a better play here? Not so easy, by the way, to be better in this position. So we have to defend the pawn on d4. It feels like I should have a way to be better here, but because we are more active, so usually when you're more active, you have chances of being better. Just I cannot figure out which move should I play next. Maybe let's play first this one, just to keep the structure. And then we have this queen e6 somewhere, but it's a tough game. It's a tough game. Feels like we should have something, but I just cannot find how to finish the game. It would be good to play h5 potentially, just to have the better structure. This is not an easy game. So yeah. What do we have in the chat? I see also 77 Magnus 77 Carlson. Funny nickname, easy to remember. So welcome everyone. We have many usual guests here on the chat, and I see a couple of new names. All right. Also Michelle. Michelle is also here with us. Michelle is also here. Hello, Michelle. So, our opponent is taking a lot of time before playing the next move. Maybe he's not sure what to play next with the black pieces. Maybe he's thinking, how can I avoid this queen on f7 with a check? Indeed, it's not so easy to be avoided, and these positions could be slightly better for white. This is all I'm trying to reach in the current game. In the current position, just this kind of slight advantage potentially. He goes bishop e7. Now we will give a check, obviously, so this is clear. And this is a bit weird, because why is he giving us the pawn on e5? Maybe there is some kind of idea behind it, but I don't see the idea. So we'll be just taking there on f8. This is a strange play by our opponent, who played so well earlier, but now I think he's giving us the pawn with a check. So I think I will be taking the pawn here with a check. Strange, because earlier he controlled the game so well. And now he just gives us this pawn on e5 for free. So we are taking the pawn now. Of course, white is doing better here. This is obvious. Next, let's get the king a little bit here on g2. And let's see what happens next. We just collected the pawn for free. These are great news, obviously. Now let's give a check. This endgame is the winning endgame. Good chances to win the endgame. So in case he goes queen on f7, I think we should try maybe to win the endgame. No, he is not going for the endgame, but now I think we're gonna play the move this h5. Just was the idea to play the move g4 and then get the knight to f5. In case we get the knight to f5, it is going to be a game over, so yeah. Now he wants an endgame. Okay, let's go. Let's go for the endgame. Now he's thinking about what is he thinking. What a strange playing style by our guy. Now g4, of course. Now king on f3. So slowly, we will be getting there. I don't know if I should go knight on c3, 4. Looks very good. Also, this move here is looking very good because the bishop is almost without any moves. But I think we should go with the move e4 probably. So let me play this one first. We still have time for playing the move bishop g3 next, so this is not running away from us. This endgame should be a winning one. It feels like a winning endgame, so after some kind of advantage at the beginning, then I played not so well. We could have won the game way earlier. I think we're still on a good way to win the current game. He takes, we're gonna take back. What's next? We should try to advance with the king, and it should be over. So to save position like this is almost impossible. Okay, there are some kind of small chances here to survive, but they are very small. We have this beautiful pawn structure, as you can see, with the pawns g4 and h5 against h6, g5, because this bishop potentially will be able to win the pawns. This is crucial, so this is very important. So yeah, it seems like it is a game over, and let's play the move bishop on g3. As we know, knight endgames can be counted almost as pawn endgames. Now simply we will be putting the knight there on f5, attacking the pawn on h6. Next we will bring our king a little bit forward, or play the move knight on d6, winning the pawn on b7. To save a game like that, I don't think it's possible. He goes for the pawn on b2, but we can save the pawn by playing the move b4. Next we're gonna grab the pawn on h6 or play the move knight on d6. It depends, both is winning. So yeah, somehow seems like we will be winning the first game here. Knight on d6, let's collect, and then we're gonna collect the pawn on c6. All of this is happening because we have this kind of very beautiful pawn structure. He likes to win the pawn on a3, but it is not helping, so we are just taking on b7. And that's it. And that's it from the first game. So, we are winning. In case you have some questions, please ask them in the chat. If I see your question, I will be answering. In case you like my comments, push the like button and subscribe to VChess. We are getting closer to get to 10,000 subscribers. A very big step for us. Because it took us a while, and also because we are still a very small channel. So, support us in getting there. The pawn is walking. It is a game over. He resigns. That's it from the first game. Alright, let's go with the next one. Center break. Yeah. IDBM is saying about the nickname. Do you mean Captain James? I don't know why I have this, because it's so long that I have this Captain James. First, there been ICC. Everybody been playing on the ICC, and me as well. I had never been playing much, but I've been playing a little bit, and this is like already, I don't know, 25 years ago approximately. So everyone been playing on the ICC, and I think I had the same account name with Captain James on ICC, and somehow probably it was somebody from some movie or something like that, but to be honest, I don't remember precisely why. Captain James, yeah. Okay, let's go back to the current game. We have the move g3, a very unusual play. Usually we have this bishop c4, more common. So in this position, maybe we can try to play the move d5 immediately. It's looking not like a bad approach. Maybe looks very good, actually. Also, we can go with the move d6, because we would like to play knight on g4 next. And I don't know what is the idea of our opponent. Maybe he wants to go like h3, but this is also looking like a great position for black. So we have to decide to play d6 or to go with the move d5. Both is looking good. And we have to make a decision because we cannot play two moves at once. Actually, quite pity. Sometimes it would be very good, but let's go with the move d6. Maybe more simple d5, also a good move. So he goes indeed with the move h3, but this is so passive. This is so passive to play this kind of chess. Let's go a little bit more active. Queen on a5. We would like to take the pawn on e4 next. He goes bishop on d2, and now it is a question, can I go like queen on b4? What is the defense for white there? Is there a defense? This would be the first question. Maybe he's planning to play this a3. I'm taking knight a4, but this is looking so shaky. This is so shaky, but maybe it is working. This would be amazing, but maybe it is alright for white. It seems okay. This seems to be alright for white. Quite unusual, because normally you're doing bad in positions like this, but maybe we don't have a direct approach in this position. Feels pity, feels pity. Okay, let's play the normal short castle. We're back to the normal play. And should we proceed with the move knight e5? Also very normal play. The knight is getting here to c4, so we are back to the usual play here with the black pieces. It felt like I should be able to win the game, or at least to put big pressure instantly, but somehow I couldn't find it. I couldn't find how to make it happen, so now we are back to the usual stuff to get the knight on c4 in case we can. Next, actually, we have a beautiful move in this position. We can try this queen a6. Have you ever seen a move like that? So we change and then we bring the knight on c4. This is quite cool move. I don't think it is the best, but just for fun, let's try the move queen a6 so you see some new idea potentially for yourself. This idea sometimes might be very powerful. Why is it so powerful? Because we get this rook on b8, and this double pawn is actually not a bad pawn, so it is like very playable with this kind of pawns. So let's see. Now I think we have the move b3 been played on the board. Maybe even we go now bishop b7, rook c8, because the knight on c3 sort of a little bit of shaky. Only problem might be the move f4. Let's calculate f4. We go back. He goes with the move e5. We take, he takes, we take, he takes, we go rook c8. So that's fine. I think that's alright. So we're able to play this bishop on b7 now. And we will be playing rook c8. It looks shocking. You might say, wow, this must be a very bad position for black because you have this a6 and a7. But in fact, it's very interesting play. I think this is an idea that should be remembered. Sometimes this is the right play for black in the Sicilian because we are getting very active. So this is crucial. f4, as we said, we just go back. And how to defend now the pawn here on e4, because the next move will be rook c8. Big pressure on the c-file. We also have this kind of knight on c5 ideas. Many ideas actually here for black. I'm wondering, what is his next play? I think he wanted to go the move e5, but I think we calculated this is not working for white, so... What could be his idea? Let's think. I think maybe not so obvious. He still goes with the move e5, but I don't understand that. This is looking strange. I think I can just take. Why is he doing that? I can also, of course, take first here, but I think it is more or less the same, so there will be no major changes into doing this or that. So, all right, let's take. For me, A little bit difficult to say. Why is he doing that? By the way, we have... Okay, let's play as we planned. Now, of course, we're gonna play the move rook c8. I saw he has his knight on d5, but in worst case, we take on h3, so this is still fine. Let's go with the move rook c8 as we planned, because a lot of pieces are here under attack, so we have this rook on c8. His only choice is to play the move knight here on d5, and now it would be a question for me to play the move e5, which seems to be knight e7. Knight e7, we take, he takes. And how is this position? We take on d4, bishop d4. And this would be approximately equal in my opinion, so maybe it's better just to take the pawn on h3. Now he has to take here on e7. We're taking the pawn on g7, he takes the rook, and we're taking the rook. So everything more or less as we calculated, and in this position, as we can see, black is just a pawn up. So after this kind of massive exchanges here, we are having a better play here with the black pieces because we have the extra pawn. Alright, in theory he would like to go away and take the pawn on a7, maybe, could be his plan. Now we should be trying to get active here with the black pieces. How to get active? He would like to go back, so something like d5 feels very good here. Because we have to get active. And this is clear. We can play knight on c5 and have this kind of long game, but maybe actually I should go for the long game. Should I go for the long game? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if I should go for the long game, but maybe the long game is the right approach. Okay, let's go for the long game. We put the knight on c5, just that we are not losing the pawn on a7. Next, we're gonna see if we put the rook here on e8, or potentially we will put bishop to g4, pawn on h5. So we go for this kind of very slow play. Black is having the pawn up. Of course, opposite color bishops. This is giving quite some chances to white eventually to play for a draw, but black is doing better, so let's go with the move, maybe bishop on g4 first to check where the knight is going, and then we'll be deciding what to play next. Here we have to play the move f6, of course, but f6 is fine because the king is getting to f7, so that's alright. And maybe we have this a5 idea followed by the move a4 in the future. First, let's think where to put the bishop. I think let's put the bishop here to e6 maybe. Let's get next king f7, maybe we get the move d5. So step by step, we'll be trying to advance. Yes, it is a very long game. As I said earlier, nothing is gonna happen quickly here. We're having the pawn up position. We would like to play eventually the move d5. So slowly we'll be trying to advance with the move d5. By the way, I don't think it's a good play, so we should wait with the move d5 a little bit. Maybe I should push like that. This is looking interesting, but on the other hand, I can just play the simple move a5 and a4, which looks also very interesting. I like it. I like this move a5 because a4 is powerful. The knight is still far away. It gives us a little bit of time to play now with the move a4, so this is what I wanted. Let's double check again. Is he having something here on us? I don't think so, so let's go with the move a4. We are breaking the pawn structure of our opponent, and it should give to black quite some advantage here. So from a little advantage, we hope to get something more than just a small advantage. So step by step, the knight is completely out of the game, so we should be doing well. When I see pieces that are not in the game, I'm always saying, yeah, it must be a good position. Because it's not possible to play without pieces, so when you have something more, some more pieces in the game, it's usually just a much better position. So let's maybe just take the pawn, no? Why should we not take the pawn on b3? The pawn on c4 potentially is going to fall, at least I don't see how to save it. So we're defending the pawn on a7, there is no reason to give it. And how can we win the pawn on c4? We have to think of something smart here. Probably we have to play first the move knight on c5 back, and then we see what happens. The rook from the 6 will have to leave, so let's go knight on c5, because it's strange, he's just playing without a knight. And actually, I think it is game over now after the move king on f2, because he misses knight on c5, but to play with knight down, it's not a great idea to play with a knight down. Very strange play by our opponent. Now, of course, we give the check here, and next we're gonna take there, we're gonna take on c4. And it should be a game over, so let's take to offer him. Do you like to change the rooks? He says no, I don't, so we will be just playing this calm. Rook on c7, and next we're gonna advance here, and simultaneously we'll be advancing with the a-pawn. So how to make it happen, and we have to think about it. Maybe we have to play first. I don't know if I should give him a check, because I would like to see where the king is going just for fun. I don't think it's the greatest check ever, but I'm just curious where he moves the king. Now I think we have the check. And we play this rook a2, so we are ready to walk. We are ready to walk the walk with the pawn. He wants to give us this check here, so let's play first the move h5. No reason to give him the pawn on h7. The pawn will be start walking next, and it should be, I think, a winning position now. Maybe still a little bit of fighting, but it should be a win. So let's start the walk. Let's go here. Everything is protected, everything is under control. He would like to give me this check here, so maybe I should go first with a rook a3 check, because in case I push his king even farther to f2, this should be an easy win. So now he's going all in, so he tries to... what is he trying, by the way? I'm not sure what is he trying, but we should play quicker. So, let's move the bishop somewhere far away. Like that, because I think the g3 pawn is falling now. And in case the g3 pawn falls, the h pawn should be just a queen. Let's go, I think. Bishop g2. And that's it now. Knight on e3. He is trying to fight in this position. There is this kind of check, but this is not so dangerous, so I think we can go with the move h3, that's fine. Must be a winning position. Now let's just go back to give him as little chances as possible. He attacks the bishop. Now let's go with the move bishop, maybe here. Is it not just a win? He's trying all the tricks, but I think we are promoting now the pawn, so... Step by step, our opponent is of course fighting, so not such an easy win. As you can see, we have to be cautious till the very end, not to give any kind of chances to our opponent. The bishop is holding this a8 square just in case. The rook is beautifully defending here, everything on g6, so this is obviously a winning position, but it was like step-by-step win. Not very quick, but this is how it goes. In chess, we must be patient. I see Lucas also here with us. Welcome, Lucas. Lucas in the chat. Welcome everyone. In case you like my comments, in case you believe my comments are making you a slightly better chess player, push the like button, subscribe to VChess. Especially now, push the like button at least once. You can do it twice to have few likes here. We won. I think we're so close to win. Very nice endgame, step by step. We did it step by step. Now he is playing position with a queen down. Wow, this is a spectacular play. So let's give him a check and let's take the rook. We are still having more than a minute and he continues fighting. Yeah, this is a hopeless fight. So we are winning the game. Let's go with some next opponent and let's see what is going to happen in the next game. For the moment, not easy games, not easy games. So, do we have some questions in the chat? Hi, my rating is 1940. Please give me tips to improve. There are a lot of different things that you can do, of course, to improve with 1950, but it depends. I don't know you, so it's very difficult to say what you're doing wrong. I need to see the games first to know what exactly is going wrong. But in general, just do tactics, do more tactics, and you will be doing very well, very, very well. Okay, so let's see. What do we have in the chat today? Lucas is so active. What is happening to Lucas today? Lucas is just so active in the chat. Bean is saying, oh wait, maybe not. Alright, okay. Let's continue. We have the move c4. This is normal. We have the move g6 on the board. The bishop is getting to g7. Very, very typical play. Also, I see Sai. Sai is here, our DJ. Sai, our DJ, is here with us. Sai likes one specific song very, very much. So, Sai, once you hear the song you like, let me know. I can put it on repeat. Sai has his favorite song here. Alright. Let's go, let's go. Now we have this kind of Maruti structures. These structures are okay for white, are okay for black. This is like the game has just begun. Let's see what happens next. So, regarding our opponents, I'm never selective in who we play. I'm just pushing this 10-minute. And whoever comes. Before that, I try to do this plus 200, plus 300, plus minus, and we are waiting always then for the next opponent, so this is not working. We are just playing a3. Very cautious play by our opponent. Let's get the knight out. And of course, short castle. There is no chess game in case we don't have a short castle. Next, we can bring out the bishop like that, or we can play this knight on d7. Very typical idea. Knight on d7, knight is getting to e5 or c5. This move a3 looks a little bit suspicious, to be honest, because white to put the pawn on a3. There is no direct idea behind it except playing b4, but it's gonna be very hard to play the move b4. Let's go with the move knight on c5. Maybe we'll be able to take the bishop on d3. So this would be an excellent news here for black. He is giving us the bishop on d3, so I think we're gonna take it. And these positions are pretty good for black. We have the bishop pair. Yes, still white is doing very solid, and of course it is still not an easy game, but I think black is doing perfectly fine here. So step by step, we are not in a rush to win the game. Once again, I would like to pay your attention to that. Don't try to win the game in the fastest way possible. Try to win the games in the safest way possible. This is to 99% the best strategy. Alright, so what do we have in the chat? Knight on d4. I think after knight on d4 we have the continuation of knight on e5, if I'm not mistaken. We are attacking the queen and we would like to take here on c4. Probably he's going to take, but then I'm gonna take there, and then I'm gonna take on d8, and b2 pawn will be under attack, so we might be doing already very, very good here. Let's take the queen. He will be taking our queen because there is nothing else. We take it back, and the question would be now how to defend the pawn on b2. The knight on d3 is so annoying. We have this master bishop on g7. I like this King's Indian bishop so much. This bishop is just fantastic. What a bishop on g7. For those of you who play the King's Indian, we know that we love the bishop on g7, especially when the diagonal is open. So yeah. What else do we have in the chat? When did I start to play chess? So long ago. So long ago. I started to play chess, I think I was 5 or 6. Something like that. Now we cannot take the pawn because he's gonna take the pawn on b7. So first let's go with the move b6. We are securing. And next we'll be maybe winning the pawn on b2 in case we're lucky. So is there defense for white in this position? I think very difficult to defend this position with the white pieces because the pawn might be falling, and once you're pawn down, it is getting unpleasant. Ooh, knight on a4. Very creative way of defending the pawn. This is nice play by our opponent. Still, we're getting the rook now into the game. So yes, he is defending the pawn, but now the knight on a4 is not doing too well. So black should have still an excellent position, but a beautiful defense by our opponent. Very impressive defense. Next, we should be just advancing here. I think it's gonna be again a long game. This is gonna be a very long game. This is not an easy endgame to win. Black is doing slightly better, maybe because the pawn structure is not perfect, but wonderful idea. Knight a4 by our guy to survive. Very nice. Good play. F4, a little bit too risky, I think, but it's possible as well. Maybe he likes to catch my knight on d3. Wow. So tricky to catch the knight on d3. Quite a funny idea. We have to admit on that. Let's go with the move f5, I think. This should be not a bad play, because to catch the knight is almost impossible. I always have this knight on c5, and that's alright, so. Let's take back. I have to play knight on c5. He takes. He plays very well. Now we're gonna take with the pawn, of course, because we want to keep the good pawn structure. Still, black is slightly better. Slightly better, not so much, but a bit better. Rook on d3. Also good play, but our opponent plays like a genius. Let's get the king a little bit closer. Rook on d1. He would like to play this rook on d5 and bishop takes c5. Yes, I see the tricks. Let's go maybe because of that. Rook on g8. Such a tricky guy. He wanted to catch us. But not yet. Next move, we play the move bishop on gf6, maybe rook on b8. So we're gonna put the pressure here on the pawn. Now king on g6, obviously. So the king is taking a nice position here on g6, defending everything. We have the better pawn structure, so black is doing slightly better. Once we are capable of putting the pressure here on the b file, it's gonna be quite unpleasant for white. White will have to sacrifice at some moment to play the move b4 and try to escape, but not so easy. The bishop on g7, still a beautiful bishop, plus we have this wonderful pawn structure. So yeah, maybe the position is not so bad for white, but it's tricky. Very tricky defense. Let's go with the move bishop on f6, just not to allow the guy even to dream of bishop on h4. And we are getting ready to play the move rook b8, so very positional game once again. I don't know why all the games are so slow today. In the morning stream we had a lot of attacking games. Actually, it was much more fun. Now all the games are so slow. It's like slow play. I don't know if I should change the rook. By the way, he would like to change the rook. Should we change the rook or should we not change the rook? Tough decision. Maybe let us not change the rook. Just rook h8, it makes no difference. Just I would not like him to change the rook immediately. By the way, he wanted to go rook on f5, but I think it never works. Let's go back. In case he goes rook on d5, no, he doesn't. He doesn't want to do that, so now we will be maybe playing. Okay, maybe let's go rook on b8, or let's go with the move for rook on b8. It's time to put some little bit of pressure on the pawn on b3, so he's defending. The question would be, does he want to play the move b4? But I'm not sure, so I will be playing this rook on c8 now, just to be 100% sure that there is no b4. We still have the move a5, but it's a move that I don't like to play because there is bishop king f1. He plays very strong. I don't know, we are playing some very strong opponent. This is strange. This is not his real rating, obviously, because he's playing very well. Except some moves in the beginning, in the early stage of the game. The rest, just a very strong chess player. Black is doing better, but it is a big fight here. So maybe let's play first the move h4. It's going to be useful because also the g2 pawn will be targeted. Somewhere we'll play the move rook a6, and in case of b4, rook to a4. He has this rook on b3, then we're gonna take and give the check on a2, but we haven't to do that in the right moment, so there is no rush, I think, for the moment. We can still do it a little bit later. We have also the idea of playing e5, but I don't like it so much. I don't like the move e5. So we can put the bishop to d4 and play the move e5 to give the pawn, but I don't know if we should give the pawn. This is, again, this kind of giving pawns is usually not the best idea. Maybe it makes sense to move the king somewhere here. I don't know if this is a useful move. Let's see what he's going to play next, and then I'm gonna decide. Maybe it's gonna be helpful to have the king on d7. I'm not sure why, but let's see. Also, he just keeps on waiting. Nice play by the guy, because he's playing good game. He's playing a very, very good game. Maybe let's play something like rook on g8 just to see. I would like to shake him a little bit here, left, right, but it's not easy because he's defending so well. I need to find a good moment for this rook on a6, and it's gonna be game over, but when is the moment? This is the question. Maybe let's play... I don't know if I should play this kind of king there, because the f5 pawn is getting potentially under attack, so it's not something that I would love to do here. Okay, let's go with the move rook c8. He wants to change the bishop. Alright, at least we'll have some changes in the game. Some changes, maybe for the better. Let's take. Now let's go with the move rook on a6 to put some pressure. a4, wow, that's an ugly play. I don't think this is a good play because now the structure is horrible. So how can we proceed here with the black? It's still not easy to win the current position. Not easy at all. We can put this kind of pressure here, but I think maybe we should even try to run with our king, but everything is looking better, but it is not looking like decisively better. That's the thing. Maybe to play the move e5 is making sense. Let's advance here a little bit. It's a better rook endgame, but to win this position is far from easy. So let's see. I think to change the rooks is a good idea. Is it? I think so. Let's change the pair of rooks. It's like we're playing... no, he doesn't want. He lets us play the move rook d4. This is weird. After such a great play, our opponent is allowing us to play the move rook on d4. That's, of course, bad luck for the guy, because now it is looking horrible. So now we're just getting closer, and I think it should be already game over. because he allowed us to play this move rook on d4. Without rook on d4, it would be pretty... I mean, it's better for black, but it's not like much better. So we had again very, very long game. Every game today is such a game. Like, wow. I don't know why. Usually, somehow we've been winning at least sometimes a fast game, but now every game. Every game a suffer. So king on f2, what it could be his next move? I don't know, because we can go with the move rook on g3. But let's play first the move a5. Look at this beautiful move a5. 100% positive move for any kind of endgame. So useful to have the pawn on a5. We're blocking all the pawns of white. So even if he had a dream somewhere to recover in the current position, this dream disappears with the move a5. After a5, you understand that there is no comeback. Next, a rook here. We would like to play the move e4. We can do it by getting the king there, or we can do it by playing the move rook on d8. Does it make actually any difference? I think no, but let's go immediately with the move rook on d8, followed by the move e4 next. Now b4, he tries, we have to say again, he is a big fighter here. Our guy is a big fighter, but we can also play just this rook on b8, not to give him even the pawn. Maybe more easy. The next is king is getting now over d6 to c5, so we take another pawn. King here. We are winning all the pawns he has. By the way, look at that. All the pawns are gone. No pawns left for our guy. But he fought like a lion. He fought greatly. Should we take and win, or should we play the move f4 and win? I don't know. f4? I think it makes no difference, so... Just for fun, let's go with the move e4. How do you like that? Is it not beautiful? This kind of pawn wall. Is it not a beautiful pawn wall? And white is completely paralyzed here in this position. Is it not a beautiful position here? Let me know your opinion if you think this position is a beautiful one. Maybe let's take the pawn just for fun. I would like to have all my pawns on the third rank. Let's see if I can manage that. Because I think our opponent is not going to resign, so we have a real chance to have this f3, e3. Potentially. This is beautiful. This would be so beautiful to have all the pawns on the third rank. But he's playing way stronger than the 2000 that he has. This is not a play of 2000 player, not even close. So now he resigns. He doesn't like me to have all the pawns on the third rank, but yeah. What a tough game. We just won. Very difficult game. So let's go with the next one. This was not a 2000 opponent. Alright. I see funny comments in the chat. The wall of death, yeah. The pawns been rolling. By the way, Lucas, what is happening to you today? You are so active, man. Lucas today is in a great shape. Of course, that's nice to see, Lucas. Active participation is the best to improve your own chess. Let's go with the next game. We have once again the 2000 opponent. I hope this guy will be not as strong as the last guy, because to play this 2000s is really difficult sometimes. And bishop on e7, now we take. This is usually the way it goes, because I wait for the move bishop e7 and then I take on c5 to win a tempo. Quite typical, very normal. So now we take on d5. Also, this is very typical, and we have this bishop on g5 idea because we have the pin. Next we go with the move knight on c3. Yeah. Yeah, sure. We have what to do, guys. I mean, you saw a lot of streams where we are playing sometimes players who are 2-3, but they play like, I don't know, they play like Magnus Carlsen. So it is just the way it is. This is what is happening online very frequently. There is no way to fight it, so we have just to accept that, yes, there are some people that are doing nasty things. Nothing we can do about it, so we should just not think about it and play and enjoy. It's a nice game of chess, so we should not get irritated by that. Let's play. What do we have? We have the isolated pawn on d5. So usually with the isolated pawn, white is doing slightly better. Let's bring the pieces to the center first, and then let's see what is happening next. To take a7, it was too dangerous, so I didn't want even to pay much attention to that. Next, how to win the pawn on d5. This is our target. Not so easy, but maybe we have this queen a4. I'm just afraid of this rook c4. Very tricky stuff will be going on there. And I'm not 100% sure, but maybe. Let's go with the move queen a4. By the feeling, it's not a bad play, because to catch a queen in most of the cases is almost impossible. So very difficult to catch a queen. So in most of the cases, moves... he doesn't even think about catching the queen, because... Alright, if I only knew that, I would have done it faster. Now, how can we take something? Take d5, we have the move e4, looks not so bad. Of course, position will get a little bit crazy, but it's sometimes not a bad thing. So he has this rook on c4, even we can take, then we play the move e5, slightly better endgame for white, not so much. So can we take immediately there? And d5 doesn't work. I think it doesn't work, so we have to do something else. We can go with the bishop here, trying to get the to b6, but there is this rook c4 again. We will be going for this endgame. This endgame slightly better once again for white, but not so much. Alright, I think I will be going with a move e4. It seems to be the right approach. According to my feeling, I might be wrong here, of course, but this is how I feel about the current position. I think e4 usually is the right approach, because we would like to take and we would like to play the move e5 in case of a rook on c4, and I think there is nothing else that black is capable of doing. We have two options. We have the very interesting queen on b5, d4, and we have this kind of crazy play. Wow, knight e4, this is working. Oh, again, 2000 players that is playing like a genius. What is going on today? But I think it is not working. By the way, I think it is not working, so he's almost a genius. It doesn't work. Yes, we are, I think, winning here in this position, but it's a very complicated stuff. So we have a win. Guys. I will be showing you the win, and then we're gonna discuss it all together, but this position is a win here with white. I give you a little bit of time to first think for yourself, how would you win in the current position? And afterwards I will be showing the win, because it is a win, but we play, again, super strong opponent. I mean, just extremely strong guy. But I think we have a win if I'm calculating the things correctly. So yeah, let's check, of course, now all together that you have made your thoughts. The win is, we take here with a knight. He has to take with the bishop, because if he takes the rook, I'm gonna take it with the bishop back. So again, take. We will be taking there, bishop takes, and we have rook takes d5, because in case queen takes, we have knight f6, so we have a queen up, or we're gonna win the bishop on g5, but this is crazy. This is just insane, but it seems to work. If in case you found this beautiful win, then of course you are already very good chess player. But let's do the win together, because I think it's a forced position, so we can try it all together. We take here on e4. to our calculation, he has to take on g5, because there is nothing else in case he takes here. We will be taking with the bishop, and it seems to be a winning position, so... now he starts to think. What a play, I mean, to play quickly knight e4 and then you're starting to think... What is that? This is crazy. So yeah, it seems to be a win, but what a complex win. And again, let's do the calculation all together. And please try to calculate together with me. It's a very good training. So bishop g5, we're gonna take. He has to take with the bishop, otherwise in case he takes with the queen, we're gonna take the bishop here. So he takes with the bishop, and we have this beautiful rook takes d5, attacking the queen and attacking the bishop simultaneously. So he's going for this line as we expected. So we're taking on c8, the bishop has to take on c8, and next will be rook takes d5. A very beautiful idea in my opinion. Not so easy to see, but let's say you don't need to be a super high level to see that, but you have to be already a very good chess player to be able to do this kind of combo. Let's go with the move rook on d5. Queen is under attack, bishop is under attack, so he will have to give the queen, there's nothing else, and we will be playing the position with the queen up. If this position is a win, it should be a win, let's say like that. Of course, it's again very fighting, because he still will have some chances here for a draw, because he's capturing the pawn on b2, so this is not like super easily winning, but it should be winning, so at least I hope so. Sometimes it's better to be positive, so let's be positive. Let's believe that we can fly. He also is going, of course, for the right play. Let's put the queen here on c4, attacking the pawn on f7. And next, we have to advance here. It's very important to put the pawn on g5, so we cannot win the game by a quick play. It is not working. Bishop on d7, very strange play, because I think we have the move queen on c7. I don't know why he is allowing us to win the pawn on b6 with a tempo. So in his case, I would not do that, because what is the point of that? He could have defended way tougher than that. And the idea would be to keep the pressure on f7, so he cannot really move, and simultaneously advancing here. Bishop on a3, he's trying to checkmate me. Well, can I defend from the checkmate? First of all, he cannot move his rook, so this is good. And maybe somehow we will be able to win the bishop, so let's see what we can do here. In case I take, the idea is to play rook e8. Okay, this is obvious. This is obvious. What can we do? How can we get to play the move g4 and win the piece? Is there a way to do that? Maybe we should just take all the pawns, but feels a little bit scary here on the e-file, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure if I should do that, but it feels like a winning position on the other hand, so of course, in case we see a winning position, we should go for it. But it feels a little bit scary, but I think it's fine, so we're gonna take it. He also has his problems with the last ring, so this is good for us. In case of rook e8, we have this bishop e4. No, he's not playing rook e8. Every move is a surprise. Every move is a surprise. So how to get this g4 working? In case I get g4 working, that's gonna be a game over, but how to make it happen? I don't see how to make it happen. He likes to get this bishop on c5 and try to hold, but this position is also very difficult to hold, by the way. So can we attack the bishop somehow to get the move g4? This is our plan. How to make it work? Maybe... I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to make this work, so let me just put the queen on c7. Let's play something solid, because I don't know how to make it work. That's why just a solid play here. Queen goes to c7. I would like his rook to be forever passive in the best case. Next, I think I will have this just f3, g4 next, and this should be a winning position for white. But again, what a long game. Once again, every game is 100 moves. What is going on here? Every game so difficult. Wow. We have to fight every single game. f3, as we wanted. Idea, g4. So in case we change these bishops in a good way, it's gonna be an easily winning position for white. Let's see if we can change it in a good way. The pressure on f7 is very, very heavy pressure. So it's not easy for black to do something with the pressure. Only idea might be, I don't know, to get the bishop to g6, but it feels not so good with the bishop on g6. The rook will be still very passive, so king on h7, what? What is that? In case I take, he has rook c8. I mean, I understand that, but what happens after g4? How he wants to save the bishop on h3? f5. Very spectacular play, I would say, but I'm not sure that this is a good play. Let's see, of course. How can I win this position? Must be winning. It must be a winning position, but if I play here, he will go with the move f4. It's very strange to play with the bishop on h3. It must be somehow a winning position for white. Just we have to figure out how to do that. We have this bishop here, but is it a win? This is not something that I would love to do, but in case I have nothing else, I will be playing this bishop on e6, but maybe we have nothing better. What an upsetting situation here. Still, it's very close to be winning, but I don't see something better. This is weird. f5. Wow. So now we have this queen versus bishop and rook. It's very difficult to win this position, actually. Very, very difficult winning position. I don't know if it's a win, but it feels like a win, but a very, very difficult one. So it's gonna be, again, 100 move position here. We will be playing at some moment this h4, g5, like the main idea. But it's not an easy play. So let's go first, maybe with queen on c4, just to not to blunder something. And next, usually we'll try to advance, and then we have this kind of left-right play that we would like to achieve. So let's go with the move h4. We are acting according to the plan. The problem of black is the pawn on a2, because sometimes I will be able to play the move a3, and then it's gonna be trouble for black. So with black, usually you try to defend in a passive way. It means passive defense. Passive defense is something that you try to create a fortress and you just keep on playing. Bishop e7, fantastic play by our guy, but this guy is unbelievable. He is too good, man. And let's go here to hold the h4 pawn. He's playing so strong, and then rook e8, like, no, but this is impossible, just because he plays sometimes the best move in the position, and then he just blunders me a piece. I mean, how is it possible to play such a different level? And then he resigns straight away. Wow, I mean, fantastic play, sometimes just a blunder. Then again, very strong play, then once again a blunder, yeah. Finally, we are winning, but what a tough game once again. In case you like my comment, you like the games, you're learning something from the games, push the like button and subscribe to our channel, VChess. Alright, what do we have in the chat here? Going on the next game. Let's play the move g6. So far, I played very rarely, or maybe never, the Pirk. Let's play the Pirk opening, now with the black pieces. Bishop e3, very strange way of playing for white the Pirk. Usually we have the move knight on c3, so let's go with the move c6. And d5 next. Alright. All do blunders, yeah, of course, everybody is blundering, but some do blunder more, some do blunder less, that's the point. Of course, everyone is blundering, no questions about that. Now h4. What a unusual play by our guy here. Is it possible to play chess like this? Okay, let's go h5, just in case. Next we will be playing probably the move d5 or maybe d6. It depends. It depends what happens next. We will be deciding on d5 or d6. Queen on d2. Right, d5. Let's go. I don't know why he's keeping his knight on b1. Maybe there is some kind of specific reason, but I don't understand this at all. Like, why to do that? Now I think we can just take. Now we play knight f6 and we get the knight on g4. So beautiful knight on g4. I think with the knight on g4, black is doing perfectly fine because such a good knight. And maybe our opponent is trying not to play knight on c3 like ever. Now he finally does it. We have the move d5 by the way, but I think let's put the knight on g4. Let's see what happens after, because with the knight on g4, this cannot be a bad position for black. I think black is just doing slightly better. Now he would like to go away, but we will be taking, of course. The bishop on e3. The bishop is gone. Black is having an excellent position here. I think let's get the second piece on g4, and this time it is a bishop. So simultaneously we're attacking again the pawn on d4. We would like to take and take the pawn. Rook on d1. Oh. This is not looking good for our opponent. It feels like he is falling apart. Pressure on the b2 pawn is coming next. Short castle, rook on d8, boom here on d4. This is not looking good now for our opponent. Of course, it is still fighting, of course. It is not over, not even close to that, but it is just so dangerous. b2 pawn is under attack. There is e5, which is also very problematic, so not easy for our guy here. Can we go with the move e5, or is he planning something nasty by playing knight on g5? I'm gonna take, he's gonna take, I'm gonna take. This is looking like a win. It seems to be a win. This seems to be not working for white, so on the other hand, I can just take now. Play e6. What a beautiful position for black. Just much better. But I think in case we can play the move e5, we do. We are no chickens. So let's go with the move e5. If I would be a chicken, I would not do that, but we are no chickens. He cannot just outpush us by playing quickly. By playing quickly and aggressive, he tries to outpush us. He thinks we will be hiding from the big fight, but we are not. And indeed, now he is hiding from the big fight. He goes with the move knight on e2. So finally, we can say, who is the chicken? Who is the chicken and who is the corn? Yeah. So we take on d4. Let's see. Now we would like to get the knight on e5, and it's gonna be trouble for our opponent. So all endgames are disastrous for white here. If we get an endgame, this is not gonna be a very long game, so I'm wondering about what is he thinking now. There's only take. In case there is no take, there is no nothing, so maybe he wants to take with this knight, but why to take with a knight? This is weird. Okay, still, we are going to play more or less the same move, and this is knight on d7. We try to get the knight on e5. If we get the knight on e5, bishop on g4, powerhouse. Bishop on g7, a monster. Knight on e5 is a beast. Let's give some cool names to our pieces, because it's Friday night. So, by the way, let me know in the chat. Friday night, what are your plans for Friday night? Do you go out somewhere? Do you have some chess tournament that you are going to participate in? do you have maybe something special that you are planning to do on Friday evening? Alright, what do we have here? We have many good options here for black. It might be winning. It looks like winning. I think we should just go knight on c4 now. Super safe, super good, super strong, and maybe also super winning. Knight on e5. What a knight on e5. Look at that. A monster knight there on e5. Excellent. So, knight on e5. Now, let's take a look, objective look at the pieces. We have knight e5, bishop g4, bishop g7, queen on b6. The rook is getting to the 8 next. Like, perfect position for all the pieces of black. By the way, I think we have now a winning continuation here, or not yet. Let me double check it. Not yet, because I thought we are currently winning, but not yet winning, so he is not losing at the moment. I thought it is just already game over, but no, not yet. So yeah, okay, let's continue the game. How can we potentially finish the game? By the way, this is looking so interesting as well. So, no, this I will be not playing. So we have the bishop pair idea, just bishop e6. It feels like much better position, much better. But I don't see how to win the game immediately. That's pity. I thought that to take will be winning, but then he takes. It's not a win. This is a problem, that it's not like immediate win. Maybe let's go with the move for rook on the 8, just to get some extra piece into the game. But it's pity. I don't see a win. I could have played this move c5 somewhere, but then he still goes knight f3. So we don't have this immediate win. This is pity, because it feels like I should have this immediate win, but I just couldn't find it. Of course, we could have taken on c4, take on b2. Yes, it would be great. Definitely much better here for black, but let's bring the extra piece into the game. Once I don't know what to do, I am just bringing the piece into the game. I always like it. It's like, for me, basically, if I see there's an option to bring an extra piece into the game, I'm just doing it, because let's see what happens after. But for sure, it is not a bad play. Now, rook on e1. Wow, this is looking so passive. Now we can, of course, take already on c4, take there on b2, or take on e2, take on d4. Also, this is looking like a game over almost. We have to take a decision. c5. Where is he going after the move c5? Is it immediately a win, or it is not? Maybe it's immediately a win, by the way, c5, because I don't see a defense here. In case he still goes knight f3, because I think now we will be winning. So I think c5 is a win. Let's go with the move c5, because I don't see a defense. If I would see a defense, I would not play the move c5, but I literally don't see a defense for white in this position, so maybe it is just a win, because he goes knight f3. Alright, so this is what I thought. If knight f3 is the only move, then we are winning here, because we will be taking on f3. He has to take with a pawn, and now we will be playing this queen on f6. And I think it is game over, because f3 is under attack, h4 is under attack. We have this rook on d2 coming next. It feels it is just a straight game over. Maybe I could have done something better, but I think it is enough. This is enough to win the game, and more than to win the game. To do in chess is not possible, so queen f6 with finally more or less an easy game, because for so long we played this very long games. It was crazy. But now the game is a little shorter. So yeah. He just resigns. So very short game. Alright, let's start a new one. Let's start a new game. Let's see who our opponent is going to be next. For the moment, we have no opponent, but very, very soon probably. Yeah, here it comes, our new opponent, and let's go with the King's Indian. Or again, we have this. Once again, we have this London with the move Bishop F4. Everyone is playing that. This is just horrible. All the games are on this position, but I don't know why. Let's go with the move A6. Not the best, but it's still okay, because just the London system is not so great. So black has a lot of different options here to be alright. So let's see what happens next. Our opponent is thinking very, very much. And after the current game, I will be playing one of our viewers, subscribers, big supporters of the VChess channel. So let me see. I have first on the list, I have Dilip. Dilip, please make some noise. In case you like to play a game, let us know in the chat, please. Dilip, if you are here and you would like to play a game. I have a list that I am reading. Bean is writing chess, puzzles, and cheese. Bean. Is it more cheese or is it more chess puzzle? I think this is quite crucial. So, what is it more of? Cheese or chess puzzles? Let's go with the move knight on c6. We do something unusual because he wanted to play the move e4. So let's put the knight on c6 just for fun, to play a little bit crazy. I'm not sure if this is a good play, but it's gonna be a crazy game. Oh, rook on d1. Not the best, not the best, because I think castle is usually the way to play these positions with white. Now this rook on d1 doesn't look good, to be honest. So let's develop the bishop to g7. Maybe he wants to go this bishop h6, but to attack after rook on d1 is never possible. Bean is saying more puzzles, cheese on the side, yeah. Almost instead of raclette, a chessclet. Alright, alright. We have the move bishop on h6 indeed. I will be casting and then I will be playing this move e5, so this should be a very good position now for black. We will be playing in the center shortly. White king is still on e1, so not much is going on. Alright, we have Dilip not here, so the next on my list, let me first play a move and then I will be announcing. So we will be taking and we're gonna play the move e5, central play. Second on my list for today, Creative Vet. Creative Vet, I see you are here. In case you would like to play a game, please make some noise in the chat. Number 1. Number 2, you should tell us what is your account name. And number 3 is when I will be finishing the current game, please come up with a challenge. 3-step combo. 3-step combo. Ready, sir? Alright, Creative Vet is here with us. Please, Creative Vet, tell us your account name, please. Let me see what we do next in the current position. I think we can just take on f3. What do you think about it? And play this knight on h5. The knight is gonna take the beautiful position on f4. We have the better bishop. We would like to play queen f6. It feels like it is a great King's Indian, because in most of these situations, of course, the white king is here. And now the king is on e1, so there's no short castling. Feels very good for black. So, Creative Vet is actually Creative Dukan. Alright, alright. Both very creative. Oh, this is an F. This is, I think, an F. If I'm not mistaken, this is an F. Boom. We didn't push today. Many Fs. So, what to play for black? I will be waiting for you to answer this question. What should we play here with black? But please, the full line. search for the defense as well. Bean, yes, with a F emoji. Where are the F emojis? Because our members, you must have them. We want to see the F emojis being pushed. So, the full line, don't be lazy. This is just the first move. So the first move is obvious. Yes, we're gonna play here, but then knight on g3. What next? This is the question. What is coming after? Knight on g3, queen goes to f2. What is coming after? And what is coming after? Have you made the calculation correctly? Let's see. So I will be playing, we'll be discussing. So queen h4 obviously is the move to be played. And why he resigns? Oh no, he resigns. What is that? Oh no, he made this blunder, but I think he didn't see the move queen on f2. Look at this pin. But after queen on f2, we have luckily the move knight f5. And of course he has to take. We can take, and we have this kind of close to a winning endgame, but to resign in this position way too early. Our opponent been somehow not very motivated, and he has 2168. You remember the games we played against these 2000 players who've been playing like, I don't know, 2-5, 2-6, 2-7, and now 2160. Yeah, these 2000 guys are, damn, they are not very, very fair, I think. So what to do? Let's go with the game. Creative vet, challenge me. We are at the third stage. Why you're not making the last step? Challenge me, please. Creative vet in a 10-minute rapid game, please. And let's go. And turn off the sound, of course, during the game. Just focus on your own play. Don't listen to my comments. We will be discussing the game afterwards, and in case you want, you can also, of course, rewatch the video. So, Creative Dukan is the nickname, if I remember correctly. I think so, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. In the chat, please show big support for Creative Dukan or Creative Vet, which equals each other. d4, knight on f6. Let's see, bishop f4, again the London, every game is a London. What is going on here? Let's go with the move d6, just to play something else. It is getting already boring with the London games. We play so many games on the London, this is crazy. d6, by the way, not such a bad play. Maybe you might think this is garbage, but it's not so bad, because you will see, the idea is to play the move knight on d7, and then we will go with the c5 or the move e5. So it's also a possible play. Knight on d7. Let's see what happens next. And also we have two ideas here, by the way. This setup is not so bad because of two different ideas. Knight f3. This is what I've been talking about. After knight on f3, we have the second idea that we can fulfill. It is to play the move knight h5 to catch the bishop on f4. Every London player knows that we should have the h3, bishop h2 in the best case. And now it's very difficult because I'm gonna play the move knight h5, so the bishop goes, I'm gonna take the bishop. And actually, this is quite a good position for black. With good, I mean very, very playable for both. Black is not doing worse, so we count it as a good opening for black. Once you are not worse with the black pieces, it means you are doing well. Alright, the chat got silent. After the London, the chat just got silent. Everybody is shocked by the London system that we see again and again and again. Unbelievable, all the games are on the London. Bishop on the straight, good move, by the way, not bad at all. So we will see now a very interesting play. Let's go with the move knight on f6. I try to get out with the bishop to g4 and to have e6 or g6. These positions are pretty equal, I would say. But very interesting because with black we have the bishop pair, with white we have a little bit more space. Interesting positions. Hadi BM is saying, I have created a defense against London, including Long Castle. Hadi analyzed everything in London. Hadi, what is it? What is the defense? defense for white or defense for black, by the way? Let us know, Hadi. What do you do against the London? Actually, I really don't understand why the London system is so popular, because it makes no sense to me. It should not be so popular because it's just a very boring opening. But alright, so now we have this kind of structure. Not a bad structure for white, but we have the bishop pair. So long run, we should try to open the position. As usual, bishop pair, we open the position and try to be a little bit better. Short castle, very normal play here by Creative Dukan. Good play for the moment. For the moment, very safe play also with the white pieces, but we are just moved 10, so at the moment not so much is going on here on the board. I try to open the position a little bit here with the move c5. Let's see what is going to happen next. By the way, I think I had the option of playing knight on d5. Why didn't I do that? Yeah, I should have played the move knight on d5, of course. f4 would be under attack. In case of g3, I would be winning the pawn. Why I didn't do that? It is so unnatural to have the pawn on h3. Usually the pawn is there, so you never have the knight on d5. So somehow, sometimes it's like you're doing something all the time and you're not thinking anymore about something else. This is what is happening as well in chess. I'm so much used to play the move c5 without basically thinking that I've been not considering even to play the move knight on d5, but we have the second chance for the move knight on d5. I'm taking the second chance. The pawn on f4 is under attack, the g3, bishop takes on h3, it seems to work, so yeah. We have the option of knight on d5. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Against the London to play Queen's Gambit. You can play d5 against the London, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Magnus made the London popular. Yeah, he played a lot of games on the London, but he also played a lot of games on many other openings. For example, in classical chess, he plays London very rarely because it's not the best. It's not the best, this is a problem, but of course, a very playable opening. Okay, let's see how creative Dukan is going to defend the pawn on f4. I'm very curious what is going to happen next. As we discussed today morning, it's very important to be resistant. So once you're worse, try to fight, try to find chances. Don't give up on the game too quick. Always fight till the end, always try to find kind of solutions to fight on. We have the move queen on b3. This is just supporting me. I will be taking on f4. How is queen b3 stopping knight from f4? I think white should have played the move g3, in my opinion. But alright, let's see what happens next. To give the pawn for free, this is not the best, so white should have done something else. Maybe rook on e4. Yes, it is not so good because of bishop f5, but try. You have to try. Never give up the game without a reasonable fight. So this queen on b3 is basically pushing me to take the pawn on f4, and obviously I will be taking the pawn. So what is the point of the move queen on b3? From the logical point of view, I don't really understand it. Okay. Let's see what is going to happen next. In case you're enjoying my comments, of course, push the like button and subscribe to us to VChess. I have almost daily streams. Oh, rookie for creative. What are you doing, man? Rookie 4, it's time for some puzzles for creative Dukan. You should not miss the pieces in one. This is of course crucial. If you miss your pieces in one, this is getting difficult, so definitely time to do some puzzles for creative Dukan. This is for sure. So let's see what happens next, but this is gonna be not very difficult for white. Very difficult for white. Piece down, and what a tasty piece we took, the bishop. This is going to be a very difficult play now. Knight on e1. Alright, let's change. We are always following the same strategy. Once we are having something extra on the board, we are just changing pieces. Change, change, and change. So, easy to remember. Sometimes not so easy to execute, but that's alright. Endgames, of course, would be excellent now for black. Since we're a piece up, endgame should be easily winning. No risk, no nothing. So let's take one more pawn. And the pawn is on c3. Tasty pawn. I think Creative's gonna take back, most probably. And how to finish the game? Maybe we should go bishop f6, for example, or maybe bishop on e6. Attacking the queen. Here the rook is under attack. Probably there's nothing better except queen takes on b7. Maybe we can take the pawn on c3. So the bishop pair, and something extra. So let's take here. This is a pin, the rook is under attack somewhere, we have this rook on b8. Too many simultaneous threats here against Creative Dukan, so it's very difficult now. I think it's very clear. What I think, guys, Creative Dukan is not playing a bad game, but he needs to do more puzzles to avoid this one-move blunders. This one-move blunders are crucial. You cannot let them happen. So rook e6. Now I can take with a pawn. In case of check, we will be taking with the bishop here. So we are actually we can take here the rook. Of course, it's not a must play. We can also take the knight first, or we can play first the move rook on b8. Just for fun, let's play the move rook on b8. Of course, not a must play, and maybe it's even not a great play, but just for fun, rook on b8, because everything is hanging. And I play rook on b8 to have this bishop takes d2 and rook on b1 somewhere, bishop f4 check. Rook on b8, not a must play once again, but why not? Creative Dukan means creative shop. Well, creative shop, alright. In any case, Creative Dukan has to do more puzzles. This is 100%, because if he would be more stable in his calculation, I think he could increase way more. In case now it is 1121 with some decent calculation, it's gonna be immediately 1-3, 1-4. So we know what is missing for Creative Dukan. Just a bit of tactics, and yeah, that's gonna be alright. So, what do we have now on the chessboard? We have the queen under attack, we have the knight under attack, and we have the rook on e6 under attack as well. Queen takes a7, as I said. Let's take now the knight on d2. We have this rook on b1, followed by bishop f4 or bishop f4 first, with the idea of a checkmate on the first rank. Black is having a piece up, there are no obvious threats, and of course the time is also running out. Okay. In any case, I think we should give some nice words in the chat for Creative Dukan. He is here with us for already quite some time, so he is definitely community member here on VChess, and that's great. Alright, we have the move rook f6. Actually, I like this play by Creative. Very nice play here, because rook f7 is such a nasty idea. After rook f7, what to do? I have the move bishop on c3. Of course, this is a win, but maybe we have something better. So let's calculate. If we can deliver somehow a checkmate, this would be great. Can we find some kind of checkmate, or Is it just this bishop here that we have to play? I don't know. I don't see a checkmate. This is pity, because I don't see a checkmate. Yes, we can play queen on b6, for example. This is also quite easily winning, by the way. So what should we do here? Bishop c3 or queen on b6. We have also different options except this two. But I think this is like super safe. We're gonna change the queens and it's gonna be for sure game over. So the same with bishop on c3, because he has to take. We will be taking. He takes, but there is still no check on g7 because the bishop is covering the square. So it feels to be completely winning. I don't know what I should do here, so let me play maybe the move queen on b6, but then he will be playing queen on d7, so will not give us the change, no? Or he's going to change in any case. By the way, we have also bishop on g5 here. There's a beautiful pin. Actually, why not to pin the guy? Because he's gonna take in any case here. We're gonna take, and then he's gonna take, and he has this control over the 7th rank. This is not so good, actually. So I think I will be playing this bishop on c3 because there is never a checkmate. So bishop on c3 and taking the rook. I think there is only one way to take the pawn, so the pawn will be taken, and we will be simply taking the rook here on f7, and as you can see, the bishop from c3 is covering the g7 square, so there are no threats. There are literally no threats to the black's position here, and of course, in case there are no threats, black is winning, or black should be winning, because how to hold position where you're a piece down, this is not working. I think we have the move queen on e8. This is looking pretty good here. The rook is under attack. Rook h7 probably will be played. And we should be able somehow to deliver a checkmate now to white. So there are no threats. This is why we are here so close to be winning. I think this move bishop e5 is looking like a good one, but maybe we have some kind of forced checkmate. I don't see a forced checkmate, so maybe there is one, but somehow I cannot find it. So let's play just a simple bishop on e5. Now we have the checkmate here. So I don't know what could be played with white. Maybe something like the move g3, because there is nothing better. And then we have the move bishop d4, and I think it is game over. In any case, very, very good fight by Creative Dukan. Creative Dukan, very, very good fight. Just a couple of things. I think Creative is now with us. So let's go back to the early stage of the game just to show some things. Always be cautious here, Creative, with knight h5. This is number one. Always be cautious with the move knight h5, because usually you should have the move h3 to go away with the bishop to h2. This is the best. So don't let the move knight h5 happen just like that. And in case you have the knight h5, then please bishop d3 is possible, but it's better to go play bishop g3, because I will be taking, and then at least you're opening the h file. So this should be making more sense. Now next, this position, of course, h3. This is very strange, because I don't want to go bishop g4, because then you're gonna play the move h3 and I will be taking, but I don't want to do that, so I would like to keep my bishop there. That's why h3 is just a loss of a tempo. I think short castle would make much more sense. And of course here, queen b3, you give me the pawn on f4 and you give me the bishop, so this you should never have allowed black to take. So Creative, couple of things. I think please do some puzzles. I think it would be so useful for you just to do some easy puzzles. Mate in 2, mate in 3, winning combinations in 2 moves, 3 moves. Even if you believe it is too easy, it doesn't matter, just make a lot of them, so you will be not having anymore this blunders. So you're avoiding blunders. That's the key stuff. Avoid blunders in one move and you will be going to a different level. And anyway, thanks for the game, creative, I think. I hope at least all of us could enjoy it. And yeah, keep on learning, keep on getting better. Creative had some calls on the phone. If you focus, you have to focus. No excuses. No excuses. Alright, creative, good luck in getting better. But you fought very, very well. Alright, now towards the end of the stream, I hope to play one rapid game in Fisher Random. I already clicked, but still we're not getting yet paired. This is crazy. We're just not getting paired. So difficult to get paired in the Fisher Random. So yeah. Alright, let's see if we're getting paired now, because the last game here, maybe not one of the last games of the current stream, I would like to play the Fisher Random, but we're just not getting paired. This is crazy. Why we are not getting paired? Let's try 5 minutes, maybe then. 5 minutes, 960. Still nothing. Nobody wants to play us. Nobody wants to play us. Alright, here we go. We play 5-minute game, so let us play very, very quickly. I like the move f4 because I'm opening my bishop, so this is good. c6, maybe also good, but let's go with the move e4. Now one knight goes here. I need to think what to do with this one. What should I do with the bishop from b1? Not sure. I think we should play first knight on g3. I don't think it's a bad move. So let's push now. Let's push. We can push again. Very important not to get checkmated somehow. This would be terrible. Imagine just to get checkmated because we just pushed a couple of pawns and then boom, you're checkmated out of nowhere, and this is what can happen in chess 960. I feel, I don't know where to put the knight, maybe here, because this c3 looks logical because we are protecting the center and we try to be as solid as we can. This bishop is very dangerous, of course, but the other pieces are sort of passive, so g5. He would like to get the bishop to f4, but let's play maybe, I don't know, maybe something else, but I like the move c3 because it feels so solid. We have the move bishop on f4 on the board, but I don't know, why is it such a great play? This is a question. I think I can play just simple knight on e2, for example. Now the bishop is under attack, and the bishop from g1 is holding the knight on e3, but what a crazy game. I mean, the chess 960 is just crazy. So difficult to understand who is doing better, who is doing worse, and why, but I think the main in this game is the center. So it feels like when you are doing well in the center, it feels like you're doing much better. So maybe it's all about the center, but again, I am not an expert in the chess 960. This knight has no squares to go. Knight on g3. Can I go with the move e5? He likes to put the bishop here, but then I go e6. I block. Again, we block the bishop. For those of you who remember our previous games, do you remember what we did to the bishops? And it seems like we're doing once again exactly the same thing. This is unbelievable. Because earlier we played this chess 960 and we always tried to isolate the bishop, and we had 3 games in a row actually where we could and where we managed to get this kind of bishop up position. And it seems like we're getting it once again. What is going on in chess 960 with the bishops? This is just weird. We can take, of course, here's the pawn on g5, and actually, why not to do that? So we're just taking the pawn. Let's get the pawn. Now we should get out with the bishop. Then we have this long castle, or actually I can move the queen somewhere and do the short castle. Very interesting, this chess 960, because we have the options of long castle, short castle. But for sure, we have to play quicker. I actually forgot that we're playing the blitz game. I thought we're in the slow, rapid game, but actually we're in a blitz game. H5. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's go with the move E6. Beautiful. This looks very nice. We continue taking. All right. Let's get out. Let's get the bishop out. And let's get the queen out. What a position here for black. It looks so ugly. And next I'm gonna do the short castle because it's funny. I like the short castle in this chess 960 because it's so funny to do the short castle. By the way, let me know how do you like the chess 960 stuff, because this is crazy, of course, everything here. But maybe some of you do enjoy this kind of craziness. How to do that? Like this? Yeah, like this. We have to touch with the king, the rook. This is how we do the castling. Queen goes here to h6, but is it so dangerous? I don't think so. So, time to finish the game. I think we can take on e7, I guess. He has to take. We go f6. He will be taking. We take. We take the bishop on h7, and it should be an easy win. So we're back to normal chess position here. This is normal chess. And in normal chess, usually when we have so many pawns here walking, usually we are doing well. This is what I do understand about the normal chess. So let's get the rook on e7 next. Beautiful rook here. Let's play here. Let's follow up with the move f7. Some problems on the 7th rank, I would say. All we need to do is just here to advance with the pawn, but maybe first let's go with the move knight on h5. Of course, it is not a must, but I think if I can get the knight on e6, it's gonna be just a game over. So he's giving us some more material. We're going to take it. I always do remember the words of the great Garry Kasparov, who always said a chess player has to be greedy. So let's be greedy. Let's move. Let's move with a g pawn. Maybe also let's get here the second rook to the sack of 7th ring. This is looking so ugly. Wow. It's not only that black is 3 pawns down, it's also that there are basically no moves left for black in the current position. So this is like you are material down plus nothing. Okay, checkmate. Enough is enough from the current game. So we managed to win. Let's go immediately with the next one because we've been lucky to get paired. Sometimes we have to wait so long to get paired. Couple of this chess 960 games towards the end of the stream. Feels a little bit crazy. Everything is so unclear here, and we got our rating. I think now we're getting the rating of 2,500 in chess 960 blitz. So yeah, let's go with our next game. Why are we getting paired against 1,300 when we have 2-5? This is strange. Alright, so let's play d5, I think. because I think we should be doing with the knights here very well. Knight on g4, he's attacking the pawn on d5, so we'll be defending it by playing the move c6. Next will be this, but I have to do something with the bishop on g8. h3 is too passive, this is too passive. Let's go with the move g6, I think. How is he playing so quick? How and why is he playing so quick? Also so strong. Very strong and very quick. Let's go here. f5. He tries to push against us here. Is it a good idea to push against us? Let's see. What a crazy position. No, but chess 960 is just insane because it's so difficult to say who is doing better. All the pieces are so weirdly left, right, middle. Everything's so weird. I think we can take now. Can we take it? And just take. He takes. We will be taking back. Or to take with a pawn also feels like a good position, I think, for black, because we have the knight on g3, and it should be better in my opinion. So maybe let's take even. I don't know. Should we take with a pawn or with a knight? Both is looking like a better position for black, so I'm just not so sure. Maybe let's take with a pawn. Feels more crazy. Let's go crazy. We're playing chess 960, so let's go crazy. He's not afraid of the move knight on g3. Why is he not afraid of that? I don't know. Let me play it. Still, we have this beautiful bishop on g8, so this beauty will have to be developed. Let's take first the bishop, and then we see what happens next. In case he takes here, this is alright, because this is not dangerous. In his case, I would try to... No, he's not in our case. So let's play the move king e7, I guess. The rook has not so many squares to go away, and now let's jump out. Check. Next move is gonna be... Actually, we can also take here. This also feels like a win, but let's put the knight to a central position. And of course, black is now completely winning because there is nothing white can do here. White is just a piece down. So we are having this kind of winning position. But alright, let's win it in a safe way. So how to win it in a safe way? I think queen c7 looks quite nice, because we have this kind of pressure here. He is not afraid of the check. Is it not just a checkmate? Check. And the checkmate is coming now very, very soon. Just a couple of moves more. It is a game over, but what a crazy game, what a crazy game. I mean, this chess 960 is just crazy. So difficult to play, so weird positions. But I think on the other hand, it's quite funny. It's quite funny. It's possible to enjoy. I like personally this chess 960, but I think for most of the spectators it's very difficult to watch because you're just losing the overview in this chess 960. So hard to say who is doing better. The pieces are all randomly positioned, so yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy to play the chess 960, but I think a very fun game. Very, very fun game to play. Okay, let's go with our next game. Who will be our next opponent in the 960? Yeah, Bean, you are absolutely correct. By the way, we have a challenge by the Sicilian Dragon. Okay, let's go. Let's go, we got challenged, so let's play a game against the guy who challenged us, and it's gonna be the last game for today. What a crazy position now we have on the board. Wow. Who is doing better here? How to put the pieces? Oof. Okay, let's go maybe with knight of 6. Look at that. This is insane. All the pieces are randomly positioned. What should we do here? Maybe d5 or d6. I think d5 should be the way to play. And not sure. Not sure. By the way, we have this bishop on h3. Now look at this. Out of nowhere. This is so funny, no? When you have this kind of bishop h3 out of nowhere, because we play this 960 and it's just too crazy. So very, very funny options here because of this 960. So now we go 94. Look at this. It's almost a checkmate. So of course no checkmate yet, but anyway, so funny. Now we have this knight on g5. It's not dangerous, so let's go. Maybe g4 is dangerous, but no, it is not dangerous. So let's go with the move knight on d6. Bishop on e3. Our guy is blitzing out the moves like there is no tomorrow. Why is he doing that? Let's get the good knights. He has spent just a couple of seconds. Very, very fast player. So let's take. Is it not already almost a game over? I don't know. Can I play something like this? I mean, I don't need it, but can I play this move? Next we have this. Is it over? Our opponent is playing a little bit too quick, in my opinion, just spending literally zero time. How is it possible, like, to spend zero time? g5, defending now the bishop on e5, and it's gonna be a game over. I think we can even take, but then he's gonna go this long castle stuff. I can see that coming, but of course there's still a win. But let's just take for fun. Why not? Because we are so much winning that it doesn't really matter. He's not even taking the piece we give him. Okay, no problem for us. We took the... Now there might be some attack, so let's do the same stuff as he did. Or we can even do the short castle, also very funny to do the short castle now, but I think we're gonna do the long castle. Feels good. He's gonna take, of course, the bishop, but we are gonna take with the queen, so that's alright. That's alright. Queen on f3. I'm giving him a piece and he's not taking the piece because he would like to play the move g4 next. Alright, makes sense. So let's go away with a bishop, or should we play the move f5, maybe more active? Yeah, I think f5. Let's go f5, beautiful move. I mean, of course, it is all not a must play. I could have gone in a very different direction, probably be also completely winning, but just it feels good. Bishop g4 coming next. We still have 2 minutes on the clock, which is fine. So yeah. Lucas is saying, I'm back. Welcome, Lucas. We're playing now this chess 960, this kind of crazy chess. So yeah, let's just play back bishop f6. We're a piece up, so I don't think we should be too much worried in this position being a piece up. That's gonna be alright. c6, he's pushing on us. Let's get the rook into the defense. Let's take. Rook on c8 is coming next. Rook on b6 is coming next. Bishop takes b2 is coming next. Ooh, all the black pieces will be crushing now the white king. White king is so alone. Let's go here first. Look at the position of the white king. This is what I call to be alone. This guy is so alone, you cannot believe it. We have the move bishop on b3. I don't know what he wants, but I will be playing in any case the move e6 just to show domination. Of course, it is not needed, but just funny. Look at the position of black here. Next, the rook is coming next. The queen is getting there. Piece up for black, but it's not only the piece up that matters here. It is a complete domination of the game. And let's try to win it. So let's get the rook on b6. For white, it's very difficult to find actually a move to play because there are not so many moves left here. So we can play this one to win the game, I think. Queen under attack. He takes on d5. But I think we can just move away. We can also take, of course, the bishop, but why not just to move away? Queen under attack, and then there is this little checkmate here on b2. So our opponent, he has a choice to make, not easy choice to make, between getting checkmated and to lose the queen or to lose the bishop. This is not an easy choice, not easy at all. He is attacking our bishop there, but alright, let's just take first here. The next move is going to be there, and it is game. Oh, I can give a beautiful checkmate, by the way. I see a very, very beautiful checkmate, so you will see. Yes, we have the easy checkmate, bishop on b2, but we have a different beautiful checkmate idea. Try to find it, try to write me down in the chat what is the most beautiful checkmate you see in the current position. We don't need to play the move bishop takes b2, but what else? Except bishop on b2. What could be the other so beautiful checkmate? Try to think for yourself, because it's a beauty. This is a beauty. He takes on h7 and we have to decide. So the beautiful checkmate I meant is queen on b1, rook takes, knight on b3, pawn takes, rook on a6, but of course it is not needed. This is absolutely not needed, and yeah, way to play so weird. We just give a checkmate and that's it. So Alright, so crazy game in a crazy chess 960. So this is the way it goes here, probably in this chess 960. Crazy. Alright, that's it for my Friday evening stream. Like, subscribe in case you enjoyed my comments. Join us next time on the chess community. I'm streaming daily. I will be back tomorrow, probably approximately noon UAE time, and then once again in the evening. Join us in our VChess community. We have great member section. We have as well many cool shorts that you can check them out for yourself. Quite funny and as well quite educational. Wish you in general a great Friday. Once again, thank you very much for being here with us on VChess, and hope to see you next time tomorrow. As we say on VChess, one smart move at a time. Thank you very much. Hope to see you tomorrow. Wish you a great Friday, and bye.